So now in this module we will learn about applying the properties on the simple geometries, and I'll start with applying the properties such as the color and line type on our AutoCAD geometries. So here we have these two drawings, and actually both of them are same drawings, but in the first case we have properties applied on some of the objects, and in this case we have a simple drawing without any properties. So here I'll start with the color property first. So in this case, let's look at this part of the geometry, and here you can see that for all of these line objects the color has been assigned as yellow. Also there are some other different colors, but here I'll first start with applying the yellow color on this part of the geometry. Now in order to apply the properties, there are two different ways. Either you can directly apply the property on the object, or you can apply the property on the layer, and you can put those objects on the layer. We will learn about layer in upcoming modules, but in this module we will only stick with the direct application of properties on the objects. So now we need to apply the yellow color on the similar objects of this geometry. So I'll first select all of the geometries on which we need to apply the property, which is the color. So I'll select them just like this. Here we have it. Now we have made the selection. Now after selecting the objects, go to this properties panel, and from here select this drop down, which is the color drop down. Now here you will see lots of different colors, and you can select the appropriate color from this color box. Now if this color box is not sufficient, if you want even more colors, then you can select this more colors option. Now this will take you to index color, true color, and color books tab, and you can select your color using any of these methods. So obviously we can use this index color tab, and we can select our required color from here. So here we have the yellow color. Let's select it, click on OK, and the property is now applied here, as you can see. So now let's have a look at the line type property of AutoCAD drawings. So here we have this drawing, and here in this case if you look closely you'll find that these lines are quite different. Actually they are not separate units, it's a single line which looks like these broken lines. Now if you want to apply this kind of line type on the object here also, then you need to select the appropriate line type from the properties. Now this is the line type which we'll use here, and you can see this line type in this line type drop down. So let's click on this line type drop down, and here you'll see this hidden line type. In your case, you will not find all of these line types in your list. In your list, you may have by block, continuous, by layer. So these will be the three line types: the by layer, by block, and continuous, that will be available in your list. The rest of the line types need to be loaded. And for applying the current line type here, I will also load the line type. So let's go to other and click on this load option. Now here we have a complete list of line type, and you can select the appropriate line type whichever you want from this list. So I'll select this ISO-line type. Now click on OK, and now the ISO-line type is also added in our list. Now we'll apply this line type to our objects. Let's look at this drop down. We have the ISO-line type here. So once the line type is added to your list, go to the objects and select them, the objects on which you want to apply the line types. So I'll carefully select these objects. Okay, so here's the selection. Now go to this drop down and select the line type here and press escape key. Okay, so now the line type is applied, but you'll not see any difference here, and you may find this situation in your drawing also. Although as you can see here, we have this line type which is quite visible, but in this case, even after applying the line type, it may look something like this. So for these cases, you need to actually change the scale of these line types, and to change the scale of these line types, you need to select the lines first. So let's select the lines on which the line type has been applied. Okay, and now go to the property palette. So right click and go to properties. Now here we have this line type scale option which is set to 1. Now you need to ensure an appropriate value which can be greater than 1 or less than 1 depending upon the scale of your drawing. So I'll select a smaller value for this case. So let's click on this and let's change its value to 0.008 and press enter. Well, this is very small value. So let's increase its value to 0.02. Press enter. Now that looks appropriate. So I'll again increase this value to 0.05 and that's better, but still we can change it to 0.04 and that looks quite perfect. So I'll now close this property palette, press escape key. Here we have this line type. So now you can see the appropriate line type applied here with the correct scale. So in this way you can change the scale of your line types also, and depending upon the scale of this line type it will look either like this or like this. So this was all about adding colors and a line type with appropriate scale to the AutoCAD drawings.